Hello, I'm Leanne Briggs. I'm Museum Assistant here at North Down Museum in Bangor. So today we're going to be looking at the Bangor Bell, the Ballycrochan swords and some items from the family of Bangor Castle. So this is the Bangor Bell. It is a 9th century handbell and it was found in Bangor Abbey in 1780 by two men digging a grave in the cemetery, and they came across this bell so completely by chance, which is an incredible find. It's one of only 3 of its type in the world. All of them are from Irish monasteries, and we're very lucky as this one is still on the site of the Abbey. It's a beautiful bell, it's say 9th century, and yet the detail on it is incredible, and to think that these people made that while living in houses made of wicker is incredible. So this is our little half-size replica. It's very cute. This has been made with original techniques. It's made by a gentleman called Holger Lonza who specialises in these, and he tries to make it as authentic as possible. It was made of bronze, so in one piece. They were all cast in one piece, and then a pattern that was added onto it to give this colour. So you can see at the top where it's been handled, it has taken off some of the original colour and the pattern on it there, but that gives you an idea of what it would have looked like originally, and then it was darkened down like this. This is our replica of a monk's cell. It's what the monks in Bangor Abbey originally would have slept in, and the parkland here would have been full of them. So the original abbey was actually made of this sort of wicker or willow, because it's what they had locally to build with a reed or a thatched roof. But sadly, when the Vikings came in the 9th century, 10th century, they destroyed the abbey, burnt it to the ground, and it wasn't until St Malachy came that the stone church was built. When you're at the Abbey itself, there's a massive bell outside. It is the largest bell in Ireland, and it is called Fructus Angelorum. It is the way of the angels, and it's inspired by the Bangor Bell. What you do then is you follow the trail from it up to us in the museum, and there's 6 bells along the way, and then you come in and see the original Abbey bell. So North Down Museum is housed in the stable blocks, laundry rooms and food stores of Bangor Castle. But there's actually been 3 Bangor castles. So we have the first castle in the 17th century. Then somewhere in the 18th or 19th century we have the second castle, which was built slightly further up the hill. And then we have the current castle, which was completed in 1852, and it was built for Robert Edward Ward. Within the museum we also house some of the pieces that belong to the family, which is lovely. Some of them are in permanent display, so we have things like a suit of armour that belong to the family, and we have the beautiful Raven maps, which is a 17th century folio of plantation maps. And we even have one of the little bells that used to ring in the servants' quarters. So this is our little bell from our collection. It's got quite a nice ring on it, not if you were a servant I'd imagine, but originally these would have been in the corridor in the basement whenever the family needed some attention. Okay, so these are the Ballycrochan swords. They date to 500 BC, and the 3 swords were actually found in this position, upright in the soil by a farmer ploughing his field. There's only 2 examples of that happening anywhere else in the world, again, like our bell, so things here are quite rare. They're made of bronze in one piece of bronze cast, and we don't know why they're there or why they were found there. We think it was the sacrificial offering to the gods. So what's particularly nice about our swords is that they actually show 3 different stages of sword production. So from left to right, you will see that the first sword is very rough around the edges, it isn't trimmed. The second one has been smoothed off a little bit but has damage on the hilt, and the third one looks more ready to be just further polished and have a handle attached to it. We don't know if that was a purpose, if it was chosen like that on purpose by the people who did it, or whether that was just chance, but it's a lovely thing to be able to see the progression of making a sword. So this one is one of our handling swords that we use for groups coming or for things again like touch tours. You can see the bronze nice and shiny, and then on the top we have a wooden handle. We have blunted this slightly just to make it safer passing around, as we don't want anyone losing any limbs, but it gives you an idea of the weight of it and how people would have used it. So you should come visit the museum here. We are a great museum, got a great location, beautiful parkland around us, we're free admission, and we have a fascinating collection of objects. And for further information, you can phone us on 0891 271 200 or visit our new website, andculture.org.uk.